Welcome in my closet, or better known as my toilet roll part fabric. So, this is the end result. This is a little pot where you can put some dirt in and plant a seed in, just made out of toilet paper. It costs pretty much no money. The only thing you need is a scissor, potentially a bit of water, and something to hold the water in. And of course, seeds and dirt, right? That's all you need. And what you're gonna get is a little pot of toilet paper where you can plant a seed in inside. It costs no money, and you can do this all year, every year. This is perfect for beginning very early in the season, like February or even January or March, inside. Because inside it's quite warm, right? But to have these little containers, it does cost a bit of money. But this is pretty much free. So how do you do this? You grab your little toilet paper, a scissor, and you cut one small, let's say maximum 2 centimeter long cut in the side. Little cut there. And then you're gonna squish it a bit together so that over here the cut is on the side of the toilet roll. Then you're gonna make another cut, this time on the other side, also like maximum 2 centimeters, around about the same height. And then you're gonna squish it together in the other way, just like in the reverse order. So now you make another cut over here, another cut on the other side. Still the same width. And now you got this little square. What you're gonna do is first make these little cuts a bit more movable, so you're gonna kind of flex that range of motion a bit. Do that for every one of these squares. Right, and now you're gonna grab this one square and you're gonna pull this square underneath that square, and then you're gonna pull this square underneath that square. So you're gonna do this for every square till eventually it'll look something like this, right? Kind of like a photo camera. And then you're gonna kind of squeeze them together, which is not all that easy, but like that, boom. And then you got a pot. And this pot is right now already usable. But in some videos I watched on YouTube, they recommended dipping this in water. Now, the previous time, I let this soak here for like 3 hours. Eventually, these things became very soaked and wet, and I put them over here. Now, the water was absorbed like throughout the entire thing, not just here in the bottom part, but like throughout the entire pot, which made them unusable for a couple of days. Now, I use them, but that might not have been the best decision. I'm gonna now try. You can try both, right? You can try soaking them for a couple of hours, maybe even a day, and then let them dry for like a week or so, which I did. Now they're pretty much dry. Or you can do both, right? Or you can just pop them here, kind of soak them a bit, and then finished. So what you're gonna grab, you can always just skip this part, right? It's pretty much usable already. So what you're gonna grab is a bit of water, put it into this pot, so it's like completely covered in water, like that. And you put this one in there, just kind of letting it soak through a bit, so that at least the underside is like a bit soaked, because this might like meld in together, right? Not very well, but it's just gonna make it a bit more strong. So I'm gonna do this for, let's say, a minute or so. I think it's pretty much soaked now. You're gonna grab something to put this, like to put the ones in there that are already done. So let's say, okay, that's not, that's wet. So let's say this big other container I got over here. I'm gonna grab this thing. It's completely soaked, as you can see. It is completely soaked there. I'm just gonna put it over here to dry on for a couple of days, so that the other side beneath get a bit more sturdy than it was. Boom, that's done. Now you do this for a lot of these rolls. So I already have collected some of these, but I want more. I want more rolls. You can also use these guys, but they're like around about, what, 2-ish? So just cut them in half and then you got like 2. Or even 3. Yeah, that's it. That's how you make these little pots. Now, the water is very much optional. They are already pretty sturdy and ready to use when you just like cut these pieces out. But this might make them more like sturdy to use. Just try out, just experiment a bit with what works best for you. And maybe already plant something, like I got it over here, and see how it works. I'm currently working on some kind of project with these things to kind of test them out. In a couple of weeks, you will see what happened to these seeds that I sowed in these little modules. But yeah, that's what I'm working towards right now. And you can also start making these little pots today. Till next one. Mwah.